Welcome back to another episode of the Decision Hour. I'm your host, Adam Bird. Folks, if you're watching this, it's like the third episode we've done video. I actually may even believe the second episode we've ever done on this show where we've done actual video. And the lady that you see before you, I'm going to give a little backstory on her before she jumps in. I've known this gal for the latter part of a decade. We've known of each other, but just recently met face to face, and I've always had a ton of respect for her. She is like high energy, and that's like an understatement because when you're around her, it's contagious. She is a veteran. She's a Navy veteran, and although we do not hold that against her, we love her all the same. Much love to all of our fellow brothers and sisters of the other branches. But she's also what we call a user-generated content creator. Did I say that right? Yes, I did. All right, yeah. Or UGC creator. She's a mother. She's a badass, and I am blessed to have her in my life and call her a friend. And I'm excited because she's going to drop some mother effing knowledge on you guys today. So get a pen, get a pad, get the record button ready because you are going to want to take some serious notes on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Trish Leto. Trish, what up, girl?
What up? Thank you for my little intro. That was very nice of you, Adam Bird.
I know. I try.
Hey, Bird.
What's up?
I'm joining you this evening with a delightful cup of coffee, if I may tell you.
You may tell. Ooh, look at that. And it's a Captain America mug, too.
And it's a Captain America mug, too.
I love it.
So I'm pretty excited about it. Can I tell you about the coffee?
Sure.
I'm really excited about this coffee.
Okay.
The brand actually shipped me a bag of the beans. And the founder of the coffee brand actually hit me up and said, hey, listen, I recognize the fact you're an outstanding content creator. I really like your brand. Looks like you're an avid coffee drinker and consumer of coffee. Do you have a coffee grinder at your house? And I said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. And he's like, awesome. I'm going to send you some of my best beans. And I just want you to try it out and let me know what you think. And I said, that sounds absolutely fantastic. So yesterday in the mail, I don't know if you guys can see this in the video or not, but I have here a bag of said coffee beans. It's whole bean. It is 100% Arabica. I believe I'm saying that properly. This is the Patrol coffee blend. You got a nice little back the blue right here on the front, right?
Yeah.
And this is from HMG Beverage. And it's bold, it's nutty, and bright coffee blend to keep you awake while the world sleeps. And I gotta tell you, I'm enjoying my cup right now. So just a little shout out to the HMG Beverage, if I may.
I will make sure to pass that along to the sister company. That is nice. Very nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love it.
Hey, Adam Bird.
Yeah.
That's user-generated content.
Is that what that is?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get into that in a second. We're gonna back up here. All right.
All right. Yes.
I want let the viewers, let the listeners. We're gonna get to know Trish just a little bit. So I said that you're a Navy veteran, right? Give us a little bit of a background. What you do in the Navy? What's your military affiliation, and then your transition.
So I am an AMS 3,
which means
I was a
what?
E4 when I got out. AMS is aviation structural mechanic. So I was an airframer. I worked on CH-46 Delta helicopters. And for those of you who don't know what that is, the easiest and fastest way to explain what these are, if you watch any military commercial, any commercial in the military, and you see the helicopters flying in, they got double props. It's got like a pretty long fuselage. And it's a little bit pointed in the front. That's usually the Frog. The Marines had the Echoes. They're a little bit bigger, big engines, right? But the Deltas, what we did with the Deltas were search and rescue and vertical replenishment.
Gotcha. Vertical
Yeah.
replenishment?
It's a really fancy way of saying that we'd go up in the sky and we go over and then back down and then up and over vertically,
Oh,
ship
gotcha.
to ship.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
All right. All
Yep.
right. So, and what years did you serve?
96 to 2000.
Very nice. Well, thank you for your service.
I got you.
How did you? I'm gonna just jump into this digital marketing space. I mean, you've been. How did you jump into it? Like, was this just something you woke up and you're like, that's what I'm gonna do?
No, not even a little bit. It was, I actually found the whole like digital marketing piece. I actually kind of got into it when I started doing like some multi-level marketing years ago. Like I was a Beachbody coach after I had, well, before I had my daughter, I started drinking like the shakes and doing like the colored containers thing. And I am my career is I'm a mortgage underwriter. I've been in the mortgage industry for 25 years. So I kind of stumbled into that when I got out of the military. I couldn't find any work.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I couldn't find any work, and I ended up working for like a an insurance guy for a short period of time, and then I got in the mortgage industry, and then I got laid off for the first time when the market crash happened. You know, when like Lehman Brothers, because I worked for Lehman Brothers, when that part happened, that's when like that was they were like the last leg to stand. When the subprime crash happened,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so when that happened, I was under the umbrella of that. And then I just started kind of really playing around with like MySpace and Facebook and all of these different things. So I was doing the MLM thing. I was already doing some content creation. I was so green to it. I didn't really know what I was doing. And then Facebook Live became a thing. And I was one of the first people, and I'm not just saying this to like pound my chest, but I was one of the first people to use Facebook Live. People remember they were using like Periscope, and then there was
Oh
another one,
God,
and people
yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah,
Oh
man. Like
wow.
I was going, remember Periscope? I dropped
Yeah.
that because I'm like, I remember that's like how I started to go in live was on Periscope,
Okay. All right.
right?
Yeah. So
And I remember people making vines. Remember the vines back in the day?
Jesus, yeah, we're kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how long I've been doing
Starting to
this
like show
crap,
our
right?
age here, Trish. It's like
But the thing is that I think it's important, and I like because I think it's important when I talk about all this stuff. For me, when I explain, because I start like teaching to people,
yeah,
and they're like, "Oh God, you really know what you're talking about." And I like to kind of start with, "Hey, I've been playing this game since Periscope. I've been
right,
playing this game since Vines were coming out." You
right.
know what I mean? So they understand that not only have I been in it for a while, but I've really watched the progression of social media and all the different platforms, and I've gotten my skin in the game in multiple different ways, and I've kind of played with it. So to answer your question, long-winded at that, is I've been doing this for a long time.
What would you what would you say your like go-to platform is right now?
I really enjoy TikTok a lot.
Really?
It's a lot of fun for me. Yeah, because I ventured off of doing the live streaming thing. I don't love going live
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay.
Um, it's become so much more fun to create posted content, and that's what got me into UGC. Because you can do UGC live streaming, but I would much rather do UGC for like a negotiated amount of videos in exchange for a flat fee, and that's
Okay.
what I do.
Okay. All right, so
Yeah.
let's clear the air for some people that are listening or that are watching
Hmm.
right now.
Hmm.
A lot of folks out there hear content creator, right? And they think that they need 500,000 followers to make money at doing this. So what is UGC actually? You kind of explain what UGC actually is, and you gave a great example, if I do say so myself, on the HMG coffee. But why do they always say that you need a ton of followers? Does it really matter how many followers you have at that point, or is it just
No, because it's user generated content. It's not influencer marketing. That's where so many people get like tripped up with it. Influencer marketing is absolutely more about having a following and having built up your own brand, and then you get paid, some kind of money for that, whatever, because the brand's attaching to you as an influencer,
Right.
right?
Right.
But what happened was, I think a lot of these smaller brands and these, like, they're a little bit greener to the industry. They're bootstrapping a little bit with their marketing budget, right? Maybe
Like
they don't have a ton of capital and they're
small mom and
looking, they,
pop stores and stuff like
yeah,
that.
but they
Yeah.
need proof of concept. So
Right.
they're like, holy crap, take my coffee, freaking grind it down, drink it. Tell me what you think about this
Yeah.
stuff, because I want to make more of it, but I want to make sure that you really like it and that more people are going to like it based on your usage, right?
Right.
It's a smart move. It's a really smart business move, right? So if anybody ever pays attention to any episode of Shark Tank, what do the sharks always want? They want proof of concept. They need sales,
Right.
right?
Right.
So it's a wise business move for some of these smaller brands to get onto platforms where they can connect with creators like me. And so if I'm a coffee drinker, I'm going to go shopping for coffee brands on some of these UGC platforms, meaning there's literal hubs that have been created for exactly this.
Okay.
Some people go on Brands Meet Creators, which is very specific to creating content on TikTok, whether they want you to create a new page or they want you to create on your platform. But then there's other brands who don't care. They're like, no, no, no. We just need to get our product in your hands. You create the videos, even send us raw footage. We don't care if you made a mistake. We don't care if you laughed a little bit.
Right.
We don't care if the lighting's perfect. We have zero cares how many followers you have. We just see that you like this stuff. So we want to send you this coffee and we want you to try it and give us a little bit of B-roll. They might want a couple different camera angles. They might even send you a script, right?
Okay. Okay.
Something that they find is already working well for other creators. And then they'll say, and just upload it to our, a shared Google Drive, right? Or, email it to us. Just send us the footage and we'll put it. You don't even have to edit it. Some brands are like, nope, we got an editor. We already got somebody that we got.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just send us the
Cool.
raw footage and we'll handle the rest.
I've done various different types, and I actually did one with the popcorn company that was like that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like, because I'm so like, for me, and I don't know if it's my military background or just I'm a little OCD, but like I take full ownership of my work. Like as a creator, like I got to see it through from start to finish.
Right.
So it was kind of like, wait, what? You don't want me to edit at all?
Yeah, you get real picky on it. You're like, oh, no, I'm going to do this part over again, or then I'll splice it together or something like that. Yeah, no, I hear you. How long have you been doing this?
I think because time flies when you're having fun. I do believe it's been over a year now.
Wow.
Yeah, I got into it, and it's crazy because it, like, oh gosh, it started out. I saw a guy on a live on TikTok that was talking about it. I was like, wait a second. I'm already doing this and I'm not getting paid money for it, because he's talking about using products and services that you'd already use.
Right.
And then you just create videos about it and the brand pays you. And I'm like, oh, I'm missing out on the getting paid part of that. What the hell?
Yeah.
Right. So I started getting into it and I was like, this is a lot of freaking fun. So I worked with, like, a couple of like food companies. I actually stacked it as a consulting package because I do social media consulting and marketing. So I stacked it in my package and I told them, coach them on what to do to get UGC videos for themselves. And then I made a couple for them and they freaking loved it because I gave them some really good ideas. So I've done a few different ways. Right now I've partnered with a protein powder that I really love though. So that's been a lot of fun.
So for those that are watching or those that are listening, where can they find you on social?
On Facebook, I'm Trish Leto. On Instagram, at Real Trish Leto. And then on TikTok, you'll find me because I'll probably be in an ad that you see. I've done a lot of UGC.
So we first met face to face last month down in Texas. And actually, I think we've met before that. But it was in passing. But I'm counting last month as our real connection, right?
Yeah.
And I had a chance. So we met at a conference called Military Creator Con, and you were one of the speakers. and
Yep.
you were talking about UGC, and I mean, your class was like, I mean, you dropped some bombs in that class. I mean, you really brought the heat in there. So like for people that are like listening or that watch this, and they're like, man, that sounds dope. I want to get involved in that. Or what it's like the very first foundational step that somebody would need to take to start doing this.
Make sure you have a way to take payment.
Oh,
People
okay.
don't think about this. Yeah,
Elaborate
make
on
sure
that.
you've got a PayPal or a Venmo or a Cash App or Zelle, because and make sure you have a way to take payment. And if nothing else, you can use AI, but also make sure that you have some sort of a portfolio set up. And when I say this, Adam, I'm gonna just kind of drop some bombs on these guys for a second in the
Fire
best
away.
possible.
Yeah, fire away.
People get so overly tripped up on this whole, oh, I got to have a portfolio. Well, I've never done this before. But yeah, you have. Hear me out and just take a deep breath for a second. Just like woosah and then like back out. You have done it before. Because if you've ever recommended a movie to somebody, if you ever coerced your kid into eating their broccoli because you added some freaking cheese to it, what brand of cheese was it? Why do you buy that cheese? Why is that the cheese that you're putting on the broccoli for your kid to eat it? Right? And why are you putting cheese on the broccoli? Because your kid's not eating it. So that's just layer upon layer of problems that cheese is the solution to. At the end of the day, you're recommending something to somebody because you're like, hey, you should totally have this. If I want delicious freaking tacos and Adam Bird tells me, Trish, I'm telling you, I was just in Tampa a couple of weeks ago. I went to this place. I don't know if you've ever been there before. And he tells me it's ABC tacos and they got the best freaking chimichurri on their carne asada. I will stop everything that I'm doing and I will drive down there. Okay. So think about that for a second. And then just set up a tripod with your phone in it, turn on the camera to record it, and then just talk to the camera about why you bought a product. Or if you got somebody at home, tell them about the product. Just record yourself talking about it. That's your first take. And it's going to be the most natural, most raw, most like authentic way for you to talk about the product,
Okay,
right?
let me interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
So for those of us that are more like behind the scenes type, that have a face for radio, like what do you recommend people doing? Like if they're
Take
nervous
your
about
phone and
doing
put it
this,
on your hands. Just put it on a tripod
yeah.
and just show your hands. Hey, I got this. Point to the product, flip it over, show all the like what's in it, why you use it. Hold it up to something. Show your hands using the product. Your dog eating the food. Your kid just their hands playing with something. Share your screen and talk about why you use a platform. What are all the intricacies with the platform, right? Like we overcomplicate so much crap. You don't have to be in it at all. You could even use AI. Who cares? Are you laughing at me?
No, you know, you know better. I knew you. I love it when you go on the because you're dropping a lot of knowledge right now. So
I will
the,
remove every stupid obstacle that any human being gives me because I want everybody to be successful. I really do.
and that I can definitely vouch for her on that one. Like she is. If you reach, speaking of reaching out, how do people reach out to you? Because I know, and I'm kind of jumping ahead here, and that's all right. It's my show. I can do this, but um, I know you and a mutual friend of ours have deployed a new website. You've got some stuff going on there. Like, let's kind of transition to that a little bit. So, because I want to, but first off, those that are watching, those that are listening, and they're like, okay, I need to contact this gal and ask some questions or how I can get involved. Or perhaps there's a company out there that would like to work with you. How do they get in touch with you?
The best way, current day, Trish Leto speaks at gmail.com.
Trish Leto speaks at gmail.com.
Correct.
Trish Leto, Leto, speaks.
Leto. That's right. At Gmail.
At gmail.com.
Yep.
I said that again so they could take a moment to write that down.
That's Trish trishletoSpeaks@gmail.com.
Trish, with your actually, here's just a random question. I'm just thinking of this now. So with your military background,
Yes, sir.
specifically in the well, I'll say your military background, and even in the mortgage industry, your discipline and the ability to deliver on deadlines specifically. Because I know in the mortgage industry, you got deadlines and stuff like that. Does it give
Absolutely.
you an edge over other creators in the UGC space? Do you think?
So, yeah. I think that anybody who's got, look, I mean, most of us that are cut from the same cloth of being a veteran, right?
Yeah.
Veteran content creator, veteran aspiring entrepreneur. We've got work ethic, and we're used to executing under pressure, and we're used to fulfilling what needs to be done. We're used to reading briefs, right? Getting briefed.
Yeah.
And we complete our missions, right? We complete our missions. We tend to under promise and over deliver, and that's why it is my professional opinion that the veteran community, especially Gen X veterans, because we're even cooler. Um, we're badass perfect for user generated content, honestly, because we've already been doing the thing for such a long time. We just don't realize it, right? So uh that being said, I think if people were to go out into the internet and go, gosh golly gee, how would one in the military get started with UGC? I would say you get started by getting deployed, and you can do that by visiting deployugc.com. I mean, if
Ah,
I were to say anything about that.
I like how you did that. You totally caught me off guard right there as well. So what is deployugc.com?
That is a website where you can get access to my step-by-step process for doing user-generated content. I make it so simple. I wouldn't say a caveman can do it, but a veteran can do it.
so so those and we're gonna have that in the show notes. We'll hyperlink that in the show notes below. Deployugc.com. Is that now? Let me ask you this: is this for somebody like for the new creators that are out there that are just trying to get into this to land their first like paid collaboration with the company? Is that, do you give them like a step by step on how to do that, or is it like
Yeah.
are you cold calling the company? Are you
No,
emailing the
hell no.
company? Are
They're
you
looking for us. I mean, look, if you start creating content the way that I mean, you can certainly cold pitch a company. If you're already used, like, I put it to you this way. It was a month before Mother's Day. Mother's Day's in May. It was like I think it was even maybe like late February, early March. Might have been early March. I had a company email me, and they write songs, and they emailed me, and I literally, all I had to do, they paid both me and my sister, and all we had to do was say the name of the person that we wanted to write the song for, the genre of music for it to be written in, and a few things about life, like some special moments. And I got paid for my sister's reaction to my song, and she got paid for my reaction to her song. And that was all we had to do. That's all they wanted. They wanted a song reaction, and we both got paid money. You never know, man. You just know, you'd be freaking so freaking surprised. I get free stuff in the mail all the time, by the way. Like all all the time. Yeah, I'm just saying, this is delicious coffee, by the way.
You see how she's buttering me up there after throwing me under the bus? Free. Anyway,
Oh,
I'm glad you like it. First off, thank you
it's
for that.
it's delicious. I brands like to put products in my hand because I am a creator who will promote it like crazy. So I earn my way
Yeah.
to getting products sent to me regularly because that's the understanding, that's the agreement.
So I want to back up because you mentioned something earlier about portfolios. That's what I'm looking for.
Hmm.
So like,
Yep.
so it's like if you don't have a certain brand or anything that you're working with right now, right? But you
Yep.
take here's a veteran owned like knife company, right? This is custom,
Mhm.
and I'm going over are you just doing certain things off of the stuff that you currently have in your house and stuff that you use to create a portfolio?
100%, 100%. And what I would even do, Adam, is I would actually have your cell phone set up on a tripod that I can, like this view right here,
Yeah.
with you sitting at your desk as if you're on a podcast episode and you're talking about the knife. And I would even start it like mid sentence, and you're talking about the knife, da da
Yeah.
da da da, and then you reach out to the knife company and you send them your portfolio with that knife, and then maybe a couple other similar things, and say, "Hey, I'm already a podcaster. I'd
Okay.
love to work with you.
So
Let's talk about it."
I think I think that's a really important point that you're making right there. So those that are listening and that watch this, and this is something that you're wanting to explore and get into, and you're like, well, I don't have a company that I'm working with right now. There's really no. Trish just said you have no excuse. Like you have a Yeti, what do you Tumbler, whatever the hell they call these things. You got
Yep.
I don't know whatever the hell this is.
But
Just like
Adam, hold on a
grab.
second. You know what? As you're doing this, and I even said this during my workshop, think about your day from the moment you wake up in the morning, all the things that you use. You wake up in the morning, go into your bathroom, probably use a certain type of toothpaste, a certain toothbrush, maybe your extra little extra, you got different like floss, you got one of
Drink
those
a
like
certain type of coffee. Yeah.
you drink a certain type of coffee when you're done brushing your teeth, right? You take a shower, your shower head's probably got like rain coming out of it and it's probably got a filter on it. Why did you buy that, right? So there's all kinds of solutions to everyday problems that you're walking through your house, you adjust your air conditioning. Who's the AC company? Like, I mean, it could be literally anything, anything,
Wow.
right? I know.
So
Think
it's like
about
we're
it, right?
literally making things like I think people just make things harder because it's like, well, who's going to watch that or who's going to listen? I think, and I'm guilty of it, and you know this because we've had
But
this
it doesn't
conversation
matter
offline. But
what you think who's going to watch it,
right,
because the brand is going to spend their own ad budgeting.
right,
They're going to spend their own ad money on your video. And now, whether your face is in it or not, they're going to see that you're a creator. They're going to reach out to you and be like, "Hey, who's like they're going to find you and they're going to be like, oh, we want to work with you."
and again, I just want to hit the nail on this one again. Is that it does not matter how many followers on social media that you have or anything like that, and that's a big
It
thing
doesn't
because I
matter.
think a lot of people get that
It
misconstrued because it's like, oh, I need to. A lot of the number. Let's be honest. I'm gonna say something very unpopular here, but again, my show. I'm gonna do it anyway. A lot of people worry so much about how many followers you have and whatnot. And I'm guilty. I run an entire network and a slew of other companies, and it's like, oh, we don't have a lot of followers of this, and this. Nobody gives a shit. It's your engagements and in the people that you're engaging with. A lot of those followers and stuff like that, they're novelty numbers. And bigger companies, like if you're getting people that are engaging in your content, it doesn't matter how many followers you have.
Well, not only that, Adam, here's the thing. We're talking specifically about UGC for a second. I want to take follower count and put it over here on
Okay.
this burner for a minute. Okay,
Yeah.
let it cook over here for a second. We're going to talk about UGC specifically. User generated content is quite literally the user, right? The content creator
Right.
is getting a product in their hands physically, a tangible product or a service that they've experienced. It could be an insurance company, it could be anything. Okay, if that's your jam, if you're already using these types of products or services, it would behoove you to reach out to the company, or maybe you find them on a UGC platform and they want to work with you. You're going to apply to work with them, and that's based on that. Now we're going to go back over here for a second to the follower count thing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's specific to TikTok Shop. So people get TikTok Shop and UGC very confused. They're two different things. That being said, they also get combined. Okay. So
Okay.
here's what I mean. I want to break this down for you.
Please.
UGC is creating short form video content so that brands can use them in ads and reels and on their website indefinitely if
Okay.
you're a smart creator, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I say, here you go. I'll create so many videos for you for like $500. They'll be great. I'll do a couple of edits and I'll get it to you within 48 hours of signing the contract, right? Or getting the product in, whichever the case may be. But then if I'm over here on TikTok Shop, okay, there are specific UGC platforms that'll say, hey, we're specifically adding, we're specifically asking for creators to create content on their TikTok platform. We see that you're already a creator that does this type of content. You've got over 30,000 followers. We'd love to work with you. We want to, and what they'll do is they'll send you a collab invite through TikTok Shop. Okay.
Okay.
So they'll say, hey, we want to work with you. If you agree, please click that link below. We'll send you the product for free. We're so excited to see your content, right? And then they'll say you can join our Discord group, our Discord channel, and you can see how other creators are creating videos. So now I can literally just go see how other creators are creating videos about this product. It's
Yeah.
so freaking easy because then you go to the video, you see their hook, you see their on-screen hook,
Yeah.
you see their visual hook, you see what kind of pain points they talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't have to be difficult. You just have to do market research.
I love it. It's that easy,
And that's
folks.
the difference. So you can do it on 2 different platforms.
And I'm glad that you broke it down that way for the listeners and the
Yeah.
viewers, because that's important. Deployugc.com. Those of you that are watching, those of you that are listening, hit the link below. Reach out to Trish, and you can hire her. Those of you that are business owners, she's a creator. Hire her. You'll be happy that you did. You'll thank me. Those of you that are interested in asking questions or whatnot, I believe she's working on. I'm maybe overstepping the line here, but I know we're in the future working on some workshops and stuff that people can get in and whatnot. So stay tuned for that as well. But Trish, we're up on time, and I've got one more question for you.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah. So oh my God. I asked this question to all my guests, and the show is called The Decision Hour, and we have to make decisions every day, right? So name a time in your life where your feet are on the line and you have to make that decision. What is it, and what's the atmosphere like at that time?
The decision was to never have a sip of alcohol again for the rest of my life.
Walk us through that.
That was, it will be 3 years, September 12th of this year. And that decision was after I had my last full day of partying and not remembering tucking my kids in the night before and getting very sick and waking up the next day and being in a fog, having a splitting headache, feeling like crap, that I'd done it over and over and over again. And my ex-husband and my kids at the time, I'd walked into the living room. Well, before I even walked in the living room, I was in my bathroom. I had a shower and I looked myself in the mirror and I did not recognize a woman looking back at me. And I thought to myself, well, if I don't recognize her, what are my kids seeing every day? And so, and I had already reestablished my relationship with Christ. So that was the day that I decided that I was going to battle my demons head on with my Lord and Savior. And he did. He walked me through it, man. And it was the hardest shit I've ever done in my adult life. But it's the best thing I've ever done because now I get coffee mailed to me and I drink the shit out of it and stay jacked up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Great. Thank you for sharing that, and congratulations on your sobriety.
Thank you.
I think that is absolutely awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, deployugc.com. Make sure you go check it out. Follow Trish on all of her social platforms. Also below, you can click on those. We'll have those out there as well. Trish, I appreciate you taking time and educating us on what exactly UGC is.
Thank you for having me. It was absolutely my honor and my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Folks, deployugc.com. Check it out. Also, go check out our parent company, Heroes Media Group. Check out all the shows, new articles that are up, and maybe if I get off my ass, you can find out where we're going to be next under the event section there as well. Until next time, you've been listening to The Decision Hour.